streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Full Velocity TV with tonight's Pro versus Super Late Models here at Volusia Speedway Park. I am your host tonight, Jake Keel, bringing you live here with the DirtSeries.com Pro versus Super Late Model event here at Volusia Speedway Park. As always, I am joined by the man on the controls, Mr. Todd Stanton. Todd, how you doing tonight? You ready to get this thing going?
I'm locked and loaded, ready to get this thing going. Dirt Series Racing once again, finally coming back here to Volusia Speedway, the Dirt Series Pros versus Supers. It's been a long wait here on Full Velocity TV to come back. A couple of weeks here since we visited these guys, and man, they put on some fantastic racing. Right now, Jared Mogard is your current points leader. He's won every race but one so far there, Jake. And I know you haven't been a part of this, but keep an eye on that 0-0 of Jared Mogard. He has been quick here all season long.
Well, I'm looking at that blue, black, white machine right now. These late models, the dirt late models, one of the fastest motor vehicles on the planet right here for your viewing pleasure tonight. We're, like I said, from Volusia Speedway Park in Florida. So it's going to be a great night. I'm really excited to get started tonight. I have not been with y'all for the Pro versus Supers. It's going to be a great night of racing action here from Volusia. We've already seen some practice times, some cars getting in and ready to go as the practice session now is being shown the checkered flag. So we're going to move them on into qualifying. Fastest in practice so far was the number 21 of Nathan Kassler with a 16.186, followed closely behind him by the number 97 of Blake Heather with the 16.219. Blake Heather in that number 97. We're going to roll them out for qualifying. It looks like some cars are getting ready to go out on the racing surface, so we're going to see what kind of qualifying times they're able to lay down on this beautiful half mile here at Volusia Speedway Park, home of the opener for the World of Outlaws, the All-Star Circuit of Champions, the POWRi Midget Series. They all open their seasons here in February, so cannot wait for the seasons to start in real life. But we've got quite a few cars attempting laps as the lap times are starting to trickle in. And right now, jumping to the top, the number 7 of Peter DeCray in the number 7 car. He runs a 16.327. Now he's getting taken over by the number 21 of Nathan Kassler. Good run for that number 21 car as these guys are starting to make their laps known here. We're going to see if we can look at Nathan. He is not on the racing surface anymore. Joey Lamb in the number 81 laying down a 16.286 right behind him. Then you have Peter DeCray, Frank Gonzalez, Jared Mogard. We were just talking about him. He clocked in at a 16.389. Velocity TV's own Martin Karch there with a 16.475, just outside the top 6 right there in the 101 car. So it'll be a good night seeing him, Todd. Like I said, tonight's my first time joining y'all for the Pro versus Super Late Model event. Give the folks at home a little taste of how the action has been so far. I do know that the Pros versus supers, one of them gets a little bit of a weight disadvantage for this one to kind of even them all up. But why don't you tell them a little bit about this series there, Todd?
Yeah, a little bit of difference here through this series. You got the pro late models that are 360 cubic inch, and then you got the little bit bigger machines there, the supers. They get a little bit of a weight disadvantage. So those are the pros. They do put some weight on both these cars. Supers a little bit more, but they do put some weight on the pros, so you do not have time to make setups besides in the server, which I think is a pretty cool disadvantage here for a lot of these guys, is they have to tweak their setups that they've made for these particular cars here through the iRacing community. They have to tweak them just a little bit to fit their needs here. And there's a lot of pro late models out there tonight, but there is some supers out there in the house. So we're going to see right now. I'm going to spoil it right now. The Dirt Pro late model is the pole sitter right now. There is some super late models out there with some very, very good shoes in those cars. So we're going to see how this is all going to go away and see how the racing events are going to be this evening. We're getting ready for heat race number 1 there, Jake, and it's going to be a fantastic show. I'm going to tell you that.
Yes, and it looks like they are getting ready to start them up. They're getting staged on the front stretch. So I'm going to bring you tonight's starting lineup for heat race number 1. In the number 28 car, sitting on the pole, that will be Trevor Fitz with the number 04. Next to him, that's Frank Gonzalez. In the number 21, your fast time of Nathan Kasler in that number 21, with the number 41 to his outside of Michael Rafferty. In the number 25, in the 5th starting position, that'll be Jesse Enterkin with the number 69 of AJ Cruz. And rounding out your field in that 7th position, that'll be Jason Stevenson in the number 4 car. Looks like we're waiting for one car to stage in. That is the number 41. Pace Truck is getting ready to start. I'm ready to go, Todd. It's been a while since I've been on the mic with you guys. Been about a week, or been a few days, I mean. So I'm ready to get started tonight. What do you say, Todd?
Oh, I'm locked and loaded. I've been ready here to get back to the dirt scene, and hopefully everything goes perfectly here tonight on Full Velocity TV. Did a lot of updates and a lot of hours here to try to fix the issues that we've had on Full Velocity TV. Do want to apologize for all that. If it does indeed rear its ugly head again tonight, we will keep going as we have been, and we will keep continuing to try to make this broadcasting crew even better. This whole Full Velocity TV, we want an A-class effort always, and we have been doing that there, Jake. And just equipment woes when we buy a new equipment. That's what's happened here on Full Velocity TV. But we got some great racing in store for you. The car's starting to pull away now. iRacing.com, Pace Truck leading the field.
Yes, they are going out for their pace laps, and we've got quite a field of cars here tonight, so I'm real excited. They're getting ready to get them started here as they're going to make a few pace laps, and then that truck is going to duck on off. And what can I say? This track is built for this kind of racing with these big engines in these late models. Big half mile here. It's going to be great side-by-side racing real fast. And I can't wait to get started. It's going to be a really good night of racing here. My first night, like I said, doing the dirt versus the pro versus super dirt late models, brought to you by DirtSeries.com here live on Full Velocity TV. It's going to be a great night.
Yeah, definitely can't forget our presenting sponsors, DirtSeriesRacing.com. Also, Evil One Graphics. They're not only good, they're evil. And Spatafora Firearms, as we're getting ready. We're locked and loaded here for heat race number 1. It is Trevor Fitz, Frank Gonzalez on the front row as they're getting ready to throw the green flag off of turn number 4. And we're going to send these guys on their way. Pace Truck in. We're just waiting for them to put that loud pedal down. Green flag is in the air, and Trevor Fitz out to the early advantage down into turn 1.
We're live into turn number 1 with the number 28 of Trevor Fitz. Fitz going to the lead with the number 04 Frank Gonzalez sitting in that second spot. He's got Nathan Kasler going down to the bottom. Kasler goes way down low. They've also got the number 41 of Michael Rafferty as they head into turn number 1.
Rafferty doing rather well right now, trying to stay with these guys as Kessler trying to go down to the bottom side of the number 41 again. Rafferty comes down, slams that door shut there in the 41 machine. Kessler can't get by him. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. The number 28 of Fitz down to the bottom side, trying to get around the 04 of Frank Gonzalez. Not going to be able to do so. Now coming under fire from that number 41 of Rafferty.
Rafferty going to go down to the bottom and challenge for second. He will set his sights on the number 04 of Frank Gonzalez, but the number 28 of Trevor Fitz not going away on the outside as they're going to go side by side down the back stretch. Here comes the number 21 of Kasler. Kasler trying to throw his name into the mix as we head to lap number 5 of 8.
Yeah, lap number 5 of 8. Here is the 04 machine of Frank Gonzalez trying to run away and drive off into the sunset here in heat race number 1. Rafferty still trying to work over the number 28 of Trevor Fitz. Fitz right now washing up the track, leaving that door wide open for that number 41 machine. Looks like he's going to try to complete the pass there off of turn number 4. Not going to be able to do so. Fitz fires back on the outside, almost making contact. There was the 41 with the number 28 as they enter the back chute.
Trevor Fitz going back to second. He's got Michael Rafferty down on the inside. Rafferty trying to make a move as they head down the front stretch. Fitz will shut the door into turn number 1. Here comes Rafferty back down to the bottom. He's going to challenge down the back stretch. Now he'll fall in line with Nathan Kasler. Kasler right on the tail of that number 41. They're going to go side by side for second as we come to the white flag.
White flag in the air. Frank Gonzalez has been all Frank Gonzalez here in heat number 1. Side-by-side battle still for that second spot as the number 41 machine of Rafferty trying to get low of the number 28 of Fitz. Not going to be able to do so. It looks like they're going to slam the door shut once again. It's going to be Frank Gonzalez taking down heat number 1. Trevor Fitz and the 41 machine of Michael Rafferty. Also Nathan Kasler, Jesse Enkin, and AJ Cruz and Jason Stevenson going to round out your field here.
Top 3 transfer on. That was Trevor Fitz, Frank Gonzalez, and the number 41 of Michael Rafferty. Now we will stage up heat race number 2. And starting on your pole in the number 18, that'll be Chad Prescott with the 00 to his outside of Jared Mogard, the points leader for the Pro versus Super Late Models. In the number 81, that'll be Joey Lamb with the number 73 of Andy Jones. Andy Jones in that 4th starting position. In the number 77, that'll be Robert Fletcher with the number 115 of Jed Barton to his outside in the 6th position. And rounding out your field in the final position, the number 27, starting 7th, that'll be Dylan Gonis. Dylan Gonis rounding out your field as the pace truck takes him off. We've got them side by side, Todd, ready to go racing once again in heat race number 2 live here on Full Velocity TV.
Yeah, heat race number 2. Heat race number 1 was action-packed. Frank Gonzalez just running away with it there in the later portions of heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 got a lot of heavy hitters here. The number 18 of Chad Prescott's got many wins around the iRacing.com community. Also, can't forget out Jared Mogard. He has won all the races but one here in competition. So we're going to see if Jared Mogard can win another one here live on Full Velocity TV. The 81 of Joey Lamb. We've seen a lot of him lately on Full Velocity TV. The 73 of Andy Jones, he's been right there. Robert Fletcher, we seen last night. Jed Burton here making an appearance here in that 115 machine. He's been looking rather strong here as of late. Is Jed Barton in that 115 machine? The iRacing.com pace truck taking him down the back straightaway here, getting ready to pull off to get that green flag. Jake, I'm going to hand you the call.
Here they come through 3 and 4. They're side by side, nose to tail. Pace truck ducks off. They're ready to go. Hammer to the floor off turn number 4. We are green into turn number 1.
Look at Chad Prescott already out to the early advantage. The 00 of Mogard, the double knot machine, drifting up the track, leaving that door wide open for the 81 of Joey Lamb. Lamb